All right, so I've got Jim Ellis. Tell us a little bit about yourself first. You're here for Sierra Trash Eliminators, but what other hats do you wear in the world?
Bill, it's a pleasure being here.
Always a pleasure.
My hats, the Sierra Trash Eliminators is just one of the hats. I'm also a city council member here for the city of Bishop. I work for DWP. I have, between me and my wife, we have 6 kids. Most of them are grown now, which is great. So it makes for a much cheaper Easter. This is just one of my hats, and what I'm here to talk about today.
The Sierra Trash Eliminators, how did that get started? Was that your idea, or where did that come from?
It came out of a lady in June Lake. Her name is Erica Johnson, who back in last July just was tired of the trash in her community, and she would go out on walks and hikes, and just there was litter everywhere. So it started off as more of a complaint online on Facebook. And then she started this little group, Sierra Trash Eliminators, and a few people joined, and she would put a picture of what she had picked up that day, and it started to grow from there. I got brought in like member 40 pretty early on when I posted something on Facebook when there was someone who was looking to clean up the Vons Kmart parking lot. So I said, I'd love to help. Then someone from Sierra Trash Eliminators contacted me, join our group. We'd like for you to be part of it. So I jumped in, and then we kind of just took off from there. Start off as just a little small group of people, and as of today, we're at 1,288 members. So it's just grown incredible in less than a year. So that's where it came from. It just started off as one person, one complaint, and a bunch of people jumped on board and who have the similar concerns and similar goals and want to see the Sierras in their communities look like they're supposed to. It's a unique group. Trash is only one component of making your community look bad. If you go on our Facebook page and sign up and be part of our group, you can see this is what we do. Pictures of graffiti, we find it everywhere in the members. And we've kind of had to, there's a fine line there of what you can clean up. So we've involved the law enforcement in that so they can start tracking it. The property owners, very little of the property up here is actually owned by someone. It's BLM, DWP, Forest Service. So they want to know about that. And they have actually stuff in place to help clean that up. It doesn't have to just be volunteers going out and clean up this graffiti. They want to see it. They want to try to stop it too. So graffiti, and in this past year, the dispersed camping, you're seeing the human waste, trash, graffiti, fire rings, it's a multitude. The stuff that citizens do not want to really see in your little backyard. We're out there trying to make a difference and saying enough's enough and no.
Part of my own trying to figure out human nature as we go through this little journey, and I know you're a thinker, so you probably have been here too. Is this something that's been going on? Has the pandemic made it worse? Are we just paying attention to it more?
It's a question I've had before, and it's actually stuff I've thought about. Why are we seeing it? I think it's always been there, but at the same time, you're seeing almost a cultural change. And it comes down to education. I think that sometimes people are so focused on, I got this $55,000 car. I don't want to take that, I don't want to get it dirty. This is my gorgeous, beautiful baby car. So they throw that little piece of trash out and don't think twice about it. They're more focused on themselves sometimes than what they're doing. So I think you're seeing some of that. I've witnessed it in some of the places where I watch people kick out trash out of their car. I'm like, wow, you'd have no respect for yourself or your community or where you're at. And I'm not sure if they do it on purpose or don't know, but it also comes down to, in my thoughts, and we've talked about it amongst people in our group, if something's just seen as okay, even if it's wrong, if you drive out and there's already trash there, it's almost okay now. It's almost okay. It's almost okay if it's just trash. So I think to a point, what you're seeing is where it's almost okay and people don't think about it. It's just one little piece of trash. Oh, it's just one diaper and someone will pick it up and I don't want it near me. So you're seeing almost some lack of self-responsibility, but you're also seeing where society's made sometimes the wrong okay. And I think we're trying to reset that bar a little bit through education, through letting people see that when we're out there cleaning up, it's always great when people stop and go, hey, thank you so much. Thank you. I picked up some stuff too. And they'll hand me one little bag of trash. I'm like, thank you. It's one little bit is one little bit less that someone else has to pick up or that we have to see or that affects our environment or brings down our community. So it's a change.
Now, one of the things that I think is a great success is over my left shoulder, 150 yards or so, as we sit here at the Y, the area out here where the trucks park. What do you have going on out there? I'll let you tell it.
Bill, that's it. It's an interesting area. That started off pretty early. After we did the Vons and Kmart cleanup, and out of that, we pulled, I want to say probably 1,500 pounds of trash out of that parking lot. After we did that, we were brand new. There were not a whole lot of members. One member in particular, approached me and said, can you go look at this area with me? So I set up a time. We went over there and we walked that from basically grocery outlet all the way down to Dixon and walked back. And I was amazed by how much just trash there was there. And, the Gatorade bottles with a non-Gatorade type liquid in them.
It's still electrolytes, but yeah.
Yeah, it'd be used Gatorade. And just the amount of trash that was there, and, tires and truck parts. And I was kind of truly amazed by what was there. So we scheduled an event, and me and my wife went down early in the morning. We scheduled an event. I worked with Caltrans. They were great. They got me the permit. They got us all the safety gear, the hard hats, the bright green vest. DWP donated trash bags and grabbers. And so it's been great. The groups are coming together and helping us. So we went down and we cleaned that area. We had about 20 people show up, and for about 2 hours, we went down and just mucked out trash out of there. And after we got done, Caltrans, we put it all in bags, put it in a big pile. I know I sent you a picture on it. Mm-hmm. They came and picked it up. Well, what happened then is that morphed into a conversation at my city level. I met with Destin Deshawn, and I said, we need to do something. So he made some phone calls on my behalf. I made some phone calls. We got Caltrans to agree to allow us to put trash cans out there. City of Bishop takes care of those trash cans. Those trash cans then came from, I put something out that we were going to do it. One member donated some money. I took some of my city council paycheck and donated some money. We found 10 plastic blue trash barrels out of Mammoth. I drove up there and scooped them up, brought them back to City of Bishop. One of our employees then built the lids for them, cut them up. They went and placed them, got permission through DWP to tie them to the fence. All of a sudden, bam, we are moving forward. Trash is being picked up. Did it resolve the problem? No, but it's made a dent. We've still had it through STE, through Sierra Trash Eliminators. Our members still go out there, but it's put a dent. And it's like we talked about before. If it's okay, if it's wrong, and no one looks at it and doesn't say anything, it's okay. Well, now we're saying, no, it's not okay. So we're going out there and cleaning up this trash. And you're seeing it's slowly moving that way where the trash cans are full. The truckers that stop there, the people that stop there, are seeing that they're here for our convenience and let's help. So you're seeing that change. So move forward a little bit more. We're doing our thing. I've been working with Destin still and Caltrans. And part of the problem through our members is the human component, the human waste component. Caltrans agreed to install some restrooms there. DWP agreed to give them some space off the right-of-way to move the fence back a little bit to install these restrooms. So hopefully in July, we will see some restrooms in that area. So it's going to be kind of a truck stop, but not really. But we're one of 4 communities that they agreed to do this in. It's kind of a test run. So it's going to be up to the community, up to Caltrans, up to the City of Bishop to make this work and keep up with the cleaning that we're doing. Not say enforcement so much, but oversight. If something's not looking right, before it becomes Caltrans season, says, hey, we're pulling this out, we're done. And part of government, every program you put in, you have to tweak it. If you just toss it in there and hope it works, good luck. You got to be willing to tweak it along the way. We've had to do it with the trash cans. We'll do it with the restrooms. So
now, are these porta potties or?
My understanding is it's going to be some type of porta potty.
Okay.
They're going to be cleaned 3 times a week, emptied or however they're dealt with. But again, it's kind of one of those, is it better than a empty, or not an empty, because that would not be a problem. A Gatorade bottle? Yeah. So you take the little wins you can. If we can make it successful, then who's to say, well, next time we ask for Caltrans, hey, now can we have a permanent restroom there? Then now they don't say, hey, yeah, let's do it. You've shown us it's a need. You've shown us that it can be handled. Let's move forward. So you take the baby steps and keep moving forward.
Speaking of moving forward, what events do you have coming up?
The Sierra Trash Eliminators, we have an event scheduled for the Saturday, the 24th, and we're working with Inyo 350. Bishop Waste is volunteering to bring us 2 dumpsters. We have Great Basin's going to supply some breakfast type foods, and then we have the Rolling Chef's going to do a discounted lunch afterwards. But on the 24th, coming up next Saturday at 9 a.m., we're going to meet behind City Hall, the little parking lot right there across from Methodist Church. And because of COVID, we really can't do an Earth Day like they've done in the park in the past. So I stepped up when I got contacted by Inyo 350 to kind of do a modified one. We can't really do the full fun day in the park to celebrate Earth Day. But what we're going to do is meet there at 9 in the morning, kind of get everything out of the way. There's a couple groups that are going to be doing some trash cleanup out Highway 6 at Laws, a little bit around town, but we're going to leave it up to whoever shows up. We're going to help them. If you need supplies, the trash bags, the buckets, the grabbers, gloves, we'll help you out. Let's go out and clean up the community. You pick your area, bring us the trash back. We'll make a big, huge pile, hopefully, take some pictures and show what an impact that each citizen in a community can make on the community, on the environment. So it's going to be kind of one of those things that the picture tells a great story. Mm-hmm. When you can bring back, we can take off the city streets and off the county roads and near the rivers and creeks and all the areas. If we can do a couple thousand pounds of trash, get it to a landfill where it's supposed to be, great. At the same time, I know in Levining they're having a cleanup there on the 22nd, and we have members going to be part of that. It's going to meet at the Gus Hess Community Park in Levining on the 22nd, and they're doing a cleanup there. And then coming up on May 1st, there's the Owens River annual cleanup. That'll be happening too, and it goes basically from Pleasant Valley all the way down the Owens River. It's a chance to get out and clean up. Fishing opener is going to be happening the weekend that we're going to be doing our events. So there will be some trash, unfortunately. So the Owens River cleanup the next weekend is a kind of a good one. And then we have a little sister group that some members started a group called the Trash Pandas, and they're more stationed kind of out of Big Pine, Keogh's, Wilkerson. They're going to be doing an event on the 24th also through the Big Pine Civic Club to clean up around the Big Pine area. So those are our events coming up, and everyone's invited. You don't have to be a member of any group. Come out and be a member of the community.
No need to pre-register.
No, just pre-show up and grab a donut.
Show up at 9 o'clock.
Right there across from the Methodist Church, right behind City Hall in that parking lot. And it'll be where the dumpsters are, and we'll have some tables set up with information on where to go. If you don't know where to go or you don't have a specific spot you want, we'll help you out. We'll give you some ideas of here's some spots that we know need some help, or here's an easy spot. Here's a spot if you want to go after difficult trash, and we'll help people out the best we can.
Do you have any idea how much trash you picked up in those 9 months?
I would estimate it probably a good 75,000 pounds of trash.
So we'll see you Saturday the 24th behind City Hall in the little park there. Donuts and goodies from Great Basin. Robin's always good for things like that.
Yep. Our event goes from 9. It's a good starting time. Everyone's getting up. It's warm. Till basically, we say 1, but the lunch part component is coming at 11 because that's when they're about a 2-hour window for picking up trash, and then they're hungry.
So that's Rolling Chef with discounted lunch.
Yeah, they're having discounted lunch for the members. They've been great. They've been part of our group and always willing to help. So we will be there on Saturday. Again, if you're up north, Levining will be on Tuesday. Down in Big Pine, Big Pine Civic Group doing another cleanup on Saturday. So again, you don't have to be a member. Come out and join the community. Come out and join each other. And especially in this COVID time, we're real careful with that part of it, the distancing and that part. But here's a chance to get out, do something, do the right thing, do something to, instead of sitting in a house wondering what you could be doing. I think that's why we've done so well, is there's a chance to get out and be a part of the community, make yourself a part of a community, make your community better.